Want to edit videos and animate faster? Lesson number 1. Before you can run, you have to learn how to walk. Today, we're going to look at 4 tips on how not to name your files so that you don't waste any time having to open them in order to know what they are.
Tip number 1.
Don't try to be funny, be practical instead. I'm all about self-amusement in my own personal life, and I think it's a great thing to be able to make yourself laugh, make other people laugh. Don't take life too seriously. But not in this area, because it can be a bit of a crutch. At 6 in the morning when you have a deadline, I understand sometimes a need to be funny. 6 months later, you're not gonna remember what that joke was. I don't know what the difference is between Kanye West and Kanye West. At the time, I probably thought it was really funny, but now is the time to be clear, short, to the point, and organized. Do your future self a favor. Name it something that you will likely remember.
Tip number 2.
Avoid emotional language altogether, positive or negative. If you just finished your master class that you got for Christmas and you're really excited and you call it like my awesome movie project, you're not gonna remember 6 months from now or a year from now when you're digging through those files and some client wants to see that or you need it for your reel or whatever. You're gonna be like, what the hell did I call that video about the dog and the frisbee that I edited 6 months ago? You're gonna be wishing you would follow the advice in this video because there's nothing more frustrating than taking forever to find your files. Or even worse, having to accept that you don't know where they are and you're not gonna be able to use them.
Tip number 3.
Avoid words with a short lifespan. Words like new, latest, final. Everybody knows these. They're like final, newest of the new. This is relevant now and it stops being relevant the moment you save that, and then later you look at it and you're like, So be kind to your future self and be very descriptive about what kind of edits you made. Things like 45 seconds trailer, no music.mp4, or rough cut, color correction.mp4. That way you can see it and you can know exactly where in the process you were, and that might help you figure out what's in that file.
Tip number 4.
Don't overcomplicate your asset and layer names. Like an Illustrator, the little layers that have different parts, you don't need to know when you made it. It doesn't need to be really descriptive. Something like hockey stick, stick A, stick B. You don't have to say Wayne Gretzky's 1979, whatever, it's just a stick. You want short, punchy things for the assets and longer, more descriptive things for the projects. If your Illustrator, Photoshop project files and layers have long names, when you import them into After Effects, it's hard to see at a glance what the layers are. Another reason to use short names early in the process is that, let's say you forget and your layer names are too long. If you want to change the layer name in Illustrator, you have to double click it. But if you want to do the same thing in After Effects, you have to click it once, then hit the return key. And if you get those two mixed up, an unrelated action happens in each program, which you have to click out of. So it's a waste of valuable time. What I like to do is I like to get all my layers named properly in Illustrator so that when I import them into After Effects, it's nice and tidy. I'm gonna have more to say on the subject of naming files. We had a 20-minute discussion, my girlfriend and I, talking about the intricacies of naming files according to dates and the numbers of that and how she has one system, I have a different system. It's not necessary, but if you're like me, and I'm a space cadet who always forgets things, you wanna figure out whether or not dates are for you, go check out this video. You'll be able to see my take on dates. So that's it for now. Go check out the video and see you later.